I'm gonna make this very quick. I'm currently watching Love and Hip Hop. I don't even know what episode it is, but it's the episode where Scrapp is about to go off to jail. And the scene that just went off bothered me. And it was a scene of him having to tell his son that he was about to go off to jail. And clearly, the producers and the editors of this show tried to make it very sentimental. They're both crying, and it kind of irritates me when I see these kinds of scenes on TV. And the reason why it irritates me is because on one side, yes, it's very sad. A father is having to tell his son that he's going off to jail. That's sad. Anytime that a child is going to be away from their family in any capacity is a sad thing. However, let's think about why this man is not going to see his son anymore. And I personally don't have any sympathy or empathy for his situation because he is the reason why he's not going to be with his son anymore. And that, I feel like, is the area where we don't really call a spade the way we should. I feel like we are so focused on the system breaking up black families and putting black men behind bars. And there are a lot of things that go on that shouldn't. However, when you're doing something illegal and you're doing something you're not supposed to do, why is it that you try to blame the system or society for breaking up your family or for putting you behind bars or for any kind of repercussions that come from you breaking the law? I mean, last time I checked, the law is what it is. We have rules for life that we have to follow. We all have to follow them. And when you don't, you have to deal with the consequences of your actions. So I don't feel like anybody should get sympathy because you broke the law. Nobody should care that you're not going to be with your son. You should have been thinking about your son when you was out in the streets doing whatever it was you were doing that you weren't supposed to be doing. You should have been thinking about your son when you were selling drugs. You should have been thinking about your son when you was shooting and killing people. You should have been thinking about your son when you was raping people. You should have been thinking about your son when you was molesting people. Why is it that people don't think these things through? These actions, these temporary situations that they get themselves into that have lifetime repercussions. Why is it nobody is thinking about the lifetime repercussions? People just think about the fast money or the revenge or the pleasure. But nobody is thinking about who's going to be affected by those things. So I don't have sympathy for him. And I just want to understand, what are y'all thoughts on things like that when people try to give sympathy and try to make you feel sad when there's a guy going off to jail because of something that he did? When he killed somebody, when he sold drugs. It bothers me. It bothers me because I feel like we don't hold black men accountable for the things that they do. We can talk about the system's flaws all day long. But in that same conversation, we're going to have to start holding some people accountable for their actions and start calling some people out. People selling drugs all day long, but we don't really talk about it like we should. It's illegal, people. Y'all tell me what you think. Peace.